Today on In the Woodyard, we're going to talk about how to get more firewood sales. These are the top 10 ways to sell more firewood. Here we go. So I've been selling firewood now for about 7-8 years, something like that. I've been cutting wood pretty much my whole life. Since I was a little kid, I helped my dad, but I only started selling it 7-8 years ago. And I started out with just selling about 40 face cords that I had that was extra that I wasn't using, and it sold right away. And then I realized that there was a big need for good firewood at a reasonable price. So then I grew it and grew it and grew it, and last year I sold around 600 face cords, or 200 full cords is what I sold, and that's just on a part-time basis. So I've learned a little bit along the way, and some of you that have established firewood businesses, or if you're selling bundles, or if you're selling wood in bulk, or if you just want to sell some wood or increase your sales, I've got some tips. So here is number one. Number one is sell dry firewood. It's pretty simple. People want wood to burn. They don't want it to watch or sit and wait for it to dry. They want it dry now, not in 3 months, 6 months, a year. There's very few exceptions. Some people will buy wood way in advance. My brother does sell wood sometimes during the summer of wood that he had cut just the previous winter that's going to be burned the next winter, but those are people that are heating with wood, and they know that his wood will be ready to burn in the winter because it was cut a year previously from when they're going to burn it. But most of the time, the people I sell to, they want wood that's dry right now. Sell dry wood. Number two, sell seasoned wood. Yes, seasoned wood. And what seasoned means is that the wood is dry and ready to burn. And seasoned does not mean that the wood has sat for a season. It means that it's been dried for a full year till it's dry, or a year and a half, or 2 years, whatever it takes. Seasoned is not wood that has been salted or peppered. It is not wood that has spent a summer or a fall drying. It means that it's dry and ready to burn. Now, sell seasoned wood. Number three, sell wood that is ready to burn now. Yes, same as the first two. People want to burn their wood tonight, probably. I have got lots of texts from people as I'm on my way home from delivering a load of wood to them with pictures of the wood that I just delivered to them burning. I get it probably once a month. Somebody will buy wood from me because they've had wood that someone brought them that was not ready to burn. They couldn't get it to burn, and I told them, I said, make a fire, it'll burn, guaranteed. And they will send me a picture, and they'll always put in comments saying, fantastic, wood burns great, you're my guy now. By selling wood that is ready to go, ready to burn, dry, fully seasoned, people will call you back. They will also refer you to their friends, neighbors, relatives, things like that. Sell dry wood that's fully seasoned, ready to burn right now. Got it? Very important. Number four, deliver for free. Yes, free. It's a very powerful word, free. The reason you want to do that is that most of the people you're going to sell to, at least the people I sell to, do not have a truck. They have a minivan or a car. The people I'm selling to are buying wood because they don't have the skill, ability, or tools, or willingness to go cut their own wood. They're buying wood from me because they want to take the easy route. They want to sit in their butt with a beer in front of a fire. That's what they want to do. So by delivering the wood for free, it's just that much less of a barrier for them to get the wood from you and for them to make the purchase. I don't deliver to free to everybody. It's just within a 10-mile radius. So the free is not necessarily free either. I just build it into my price. I just charge an extra $10 to $20 above the market rate. But free is in the title of my ads that I run. Free is in when I talk to the people that ask me, does that include delivery? And I'll say, yes, it is free because you're only 7 miles away or you're only 3 miles away, whatever it is. After that, then I do charge because it does take time. But the free delivery built my business very fast. It made a huge difference. I went from 40 face cords or 40 1/3 of a cords my first year, because that's all I had. I sold it all in a couple weeks. Then I went to 80, sold it all in probably like a month. Then the next year I had 160-ish. It was pretty much doubled every year. Sold all that. Was out of wood before winter even really happened. The next year I was like at 220-ish. Then after that I went to like 250, 260, somewhere in there. Then I went to about 320, and then I upped my production, started buying more and more wood, and now I'm doing about 600 face cords, which is about 200 full cords a year. And this is the first year I didn't run out of wood from the wood that I had cut the previous year. So the free delivery was huge. Do it. Number 5, call back, text back as soon as you can. Do not let the people hanging. When they're calling you, it's because they want the wood usually that day or the next day, because they're either going to have some type of a gathering, or they realize they're out of wood and the weekend's coming and they want to have a party, or they just want to have wood for the weekend or to go camping, or because they want to have it, you know, for an indoor fireplace burning because it's going to be super cold. They're going to be sitting around watching TV, sports, whatever, football in the fall of the year, winter. So call back as soon as you can. I have kicked myself in the butt 2 or 3 times. Literally, I mean like kicked myself, because I saw that I had a text or a phone call, but I was busy doing something personally, something like having fun, and realized, I looked at the phone, oh yeah, somebody wants some wood. I'll give them a call back when I get home, or later in the day after I'm done with my activity, whatever it was. And then I call back or I text back and they say the bad words. Thanks anyway, I already got a hold of someone else. I already got my wood. It happens. And the sooner you call them back, I mean like right away. I try to answer all my phone calls when I can. I try to answer the texts right away when I can. But if I notice I'm doing something and I pick up my phone, take a look at it, and I've got a text that was, you know, half hour ago, I get a hold of them right away. And I will be relentless. I will either call or text until I get a hold of them. I'll do both. And I just keep going. The other thing that I do that ties in with this is I deliver as soon as I can. I do not say, oh, I can deliver it next weekend or in 2 weeks or in 4 days. If I can deliver it that day, I deliver it that day. If I can deliver it the next day, I deliver it that day. As soon as it's convenient for them, I try to get it to them. Usually, if I know, like say it's in the morning, it's on a weekend or on a Friday, whatever, and I know that afternoon I'm going to have open, I'll say to them, would you like me to bring it today? And they're like, really, you could do that? It's like, yeah, I could be there by 2 o'clock. When I'm really busy during my busy time of year, which is in the fall, generally October, November is when my September starts, but then October, November is really busy. I will deliver as fast and as soon as I can because I know more calls are coming. It's not unusual for me on a fall weekend, like a Friday or Saturday especially, to deliver 6, 7, 8 loads of wood. My most busy day I had last year, I delivered 19 face cords. I think it was 7 or 8 deliveries. I had 3, 4 face cord deliveries, so it was a full cord and a third. I had 3 or 4 of those, then I had a couple doubles, and then I had a few singles. But that was a busy day. That was from the time it got light out in the morning till it got dark. That was all day long. It was a couple $1,000 day. So make hay when the sun is shining, as the farmers would say. When the work is there, do it. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Get on it as fast as you can. Be the guy that responds fast. People like that. We're going to the next tip. Number 6, show up on time. If you say you're going to be there at 1 o'clock, be there at 1 o'clock. Don't be a half hour early or an hour early, which is better than being a half hour late or an hour late, but be there on time. It's not hard to be right on time nowadays. Everybody's got smartphones. If you don't have one, you need one, first of all. But what I do is I enter in their address, and you hit go, or whatever it is you hit to go there, navigate, whatever it is, and it'll show you how long it's going to take you to get there from where you are. So say it's 1:45 and the address that I enter in is only about 4 miles away. I'll hit the address in, I hit enter, and I'll look and say, okay, it's 7 minutes to get there. So that means I need to leave at 7 minutes to 1 if I got to be there at 1. So I know that's when I got to be on the road. I usually try to leave a couple minutes early. If I get there just a couple minutes early is always pretty good. But if I'm going to be even 2 or 3 minutes late, I text the people and say, I'm on my way, sorry I'm late, or I'll call them and just say, hey, just got your load on, I'm on my way, I'll be there in 5, 6, 7 minutes, whatever it's going to be. So always be on time. It's huge. People really appreciate it. A lot of people are very surprised that you're on time because so many people aren't. So be the exception. Number 7, do this a lot. Yes, smile. Smile to people. Look them in the eye. Smile. Along with that, chit and chat. Those are 2 words you got to remember. And talk to people. Just talk to people. People like the fact that you're communicating with them. Don't just be the guy that shows up, chucks off the wood, and puts your hand out for money. Don't be that guy or girl. Chat with people. Talk to them. Ask them questions. The number one thing that I ask them is when I get there and say, hey, where would you like me to put it? Where is it going to go? Is it going in the back of the garage? Is it going inside of the garage? Do you want it right here in the driveway? I can put it as close to where you're going to stack it as possible. I can drive around your garage if you want, and we can unload it back there if you don't mind. So I try to find out where it's going to go ahead of time and get it as close as I can to where they're going to put the wood. That's big, so do that. And then when I'm unloading the wood, because they're usually always there, either some people help, some people just watch, I ask them, what kind of wood do you usually get? Do you usually get oak if I'm delivering oak? Is that what you like most of the time? The reason I'm asking is I want to get a feel for what they like, what they're doing with the wood. I want to find out if they're heating with it. I want to find out if it's just for a fireplace, if it's just for a fire pit, and that way I can give recommendations. For instance, if someone orders oak, but it's for a fire pit in their backyard, I let them know, you do know I have lots of other kinds of wood. I said oak is a great heating wood, but far as a backyard fire pit, if you just want to enjoy the flames and the snapple and the crack and the pop of a fire, I tell them, you might like some birch next time, you might want some cherry. I also mentioned that they can get pine. Pine is great for outdoor burning. It smells great. It burns a little faster, but it has great flame. It's easier to start. So I'm selling the benefits of other kinds of wood quite often to people. I'm letting them know that there are other kinds of wood, and I'll talk about the pricing on it. I let them know that mixed hardwood, if it's just a variety of things, costs less than just a specific kind like oak or just hickory or just cherry. I also let them know that pine is less. So if they're just burning it outside and it's not for heat, they don't need a Cadillac of wood, which, I don't know, Cadillacs aren't that great of vehicles anymore. But anyway, what you want to do is find out what they're doing with the wood and then make recommendations. And another question I ask, this is a big one, how much wood do you usually go through in a year? If I'm just delivering a face cord to someone, it's usually someone that's not going to burn a lot of wood. It's usually they're going to burn that third of a cord or face cord of wood, and it'll last them a whole year. Sometimes two a year, maybe 3 a year, but they just don't have room or they don't want to have a lot of wood laying around. But the people that are buying quantities of wood, I've got several guys that will buy 8, 10, 12 face cords, 4 full cords at a time. And when they do that, I know they're heating with it. And then again I'd let them know, hey, I've got some other kinds of wood. I converted a couple guys last year to buying some other kinds of wood because they had never thought that it was good wood, didn't know that it was good wood. I had one guy that all he ever wanted was oak, and I told him, I've got half a truckload of locust. You would really like it. I said, it's a really clean burning wood. It's a very dense wood. It actually puts out, I think, a little bit more BTUs than oak even. It's just a really nice wood. And I delivered one load of that to this guy, of locust to that guy last year, and because he said, let's give it a try. The very next load he says, definitely bring me more locusts. He said it was awesome. He said he had never burned it before, so that's something you can try. So if you've got a quantity of some kind of wood you want to get rid of, or you've got just a glut of it, you know, you can recommend, hey, give this a try, you might like it, and it works. So talk to people, ask them questions. Ask them if they're burning it in a fireplace. Ask them if they're burning it in a fire pit in the backyard. Ask them if they're taking it camping. Ask them if they've got a wood stove in their house or in their garage, or if they got a wood boiler, because that way you can make recommendations. And these are things you need to do actually on the phone before you even deliver the wood. Those are questions I ask a lot of times if I'm talking to a new customer. So ask questions, be nice about it, smile a lot, do that, and look them in the eye, shake their hand, and when you leave, thank them for their business. Those are all good tips. There's more coming. Number 8, do not run out of firewood. I cannot tell you how much it hurts to run out of firewood. My first 5 or 6 years that I was selling wood, I always ran out because I just didn't have any more. And it hurt because I was getting calls towards the end of winter with people that needed another couple face cords or a full cord, and I had nothing to sell them. I was just, well, it hurt. Because I knew, number one, I'm losing money right there, I'm losing a sale. And if they need wood, they're going to call somebody else. If they call somebody else, you might lose them permanently. Because maybe the other guy's better than you. It's possible. Probably not, though, because you're pretty good. But yeah, you want to have enough wood. So a way to stop that from happening, obviously, is to have a lot of wood, to keep cutting wood, to always have more wood coming in, and always be working on cutting, splitting, stacking year-round if you can, not just one time a year. Now, if you run out of wood, there are other ways to get wood. There are wholesale suppliers, which is what I would like to actually do. I would like to actually cut and sell wood to other firewood people for when they run out of wood, or if they just want to sell wood in a stand and they want to make some spare money without having to really do much work. I would love to sell in bulk or to sell wholesale. If I get a processor someday, which I'm working on, I would like to get one. If I do that, I want more customers, and I would take all kinds. Bundle people that would buy from me directly, bundle sales that I would set up, you know, at convenience stores, delivery of wood that I have, pickup for wood that I have, and selling to other firewood people. So don't run out of firewood. Believe me, it's not a good feeling. Number 9, advertise. No one's gonna know you have wood unless you let them know that you have wood. So whether you've got a roadside stand or you're doing delivery like I do, if you got a roadside stand, you gotta have some signage, and maybe not just one on your stand. Maybe you need to put one down at the end of the block or along the road somewhere with directions how to get there. So that's just an easy step to do. So you gotta let them know you've got the wood. Another way is, what I do mostly, is a Craigslist ad. Craigslist is free, it's cheap, it's easy. But have a good ad. Don't just put, I've got wood for sale, would you like some? Buy from me. You gotta let the people know what you've got, what kind of wood, how much you've got, that you'll deliver it, or how much your delivery is going to be, how much it is. Pictures, pictures, pictures. Did I mention take pictures? You want to take some pictures, and take good pictures. It's not that hard. Get good angles showing the sizes of your wood, and maybe even have a scale somehow in there, like hold a couple pieces so they can see that it fits in your hand. Or if you got big stuff that's for heating, show that you've got big stuff for heating, or show that you've got a variety of things. But take a lot of pictures. Show your piles, show a load of wood in your truck or your trailer, have a picture of that. Show your different kinds of wood that you have, maybe even put some titles with it saying this is oak, this is cherry, this is ash, this is locust, this is hickory. Show the different things you have. The more information you have in your ad, the better. A lot of people think, oh, keep it simple. No, no, no. It's wrong. I've been in business with my firewood business and my photography business for 32 years now, my photography business. And before that, I did marketing advertising for another photography studio. as a full-time photographer. So when I started my own business, I had a running start. You've got to let people know what you've got. You've got to educate them to what you got. Now, if you're interested in something, let's just take, for instance, say a tractor, because a lot of you like tractors, and I like my tractor, now that I've got it. When I was researching to buy the tractor, I read everything and watched everything I could get to get information on what I wanted. I wanted to be educated to, the size, the type, the quality, the quantity, all the things that go along with making a major purchase. And that's true of even small purchases like firewood, especially if someone has had bad experiences. They want to know, is the wood dry? Is it fully seasoned? Is it ready to burn? Is it the right size wood for me? Is it the right kind of wood for me? Can the guy get it to me? And how soon can he get it to me? They want to know. People are willing to pay a little bit more for better quality, and if you inform them properly with your advertising, it's huge. So you've got, like I say, the signs, you've got Craigslist, which is free, Facebook Marketplace, which I haven't even done yet because I haven't had to, because I keep selling everything I have. But Facebook Marketplace, from what everyone has told me, is even better than Craigslist. So Facebook Marketplace, another one. Another thing, a website. If you get bigger, get a website. They're cheap, they're easy to do. Get a website and show your product, show your prices, show what you're doing. It's a real easy thing to do that's going to help your business. Another thing you can do is you can list your location on Google Maps that you've got firewood. That's huge too, because people will look up on Google Maps firewood, and if you're in the area, you'll come up and they can buy from you. So that's another one. So advertise. Number 10, business cards. Get some business cards. This is probably one of the easiest ways to grow your business and make sure that you get repeat sales. Business cards, business cards, business cards. Mine is very simple. My wife put it together. She just slapped it together 3-4 years ago, 5 years, I don't know, a long time ago. Haven't even changed it. I would like to change it so that there's some actual pictures of firewood on here. She just picked out a picture online of trees, put my name on it, and then down below here I've got my phone number and my email address, and it says call or text and I'll get back to you. So that's what's on here. Very simple, and it's a heavier card stock. She buys like 100 at a time. They're cheap, maybe 10 bucks, if that. But everybody that I go to, that I deliver wood to, I give them 2 or 3 cards. And the reason I do that is that I don't want just their business. I want their friends, their neighbors, and their relatives' business. This is like manure. This is like fertilizer. You want to spread it out as much as possible. It's not expensive, but get it out there, spread it out. When you're first starting, I would give out 4 or 5 of them and tell people, and this is what I told them in the beginning, I would always give everybody 2 or 3. And to this day, I always give everybody 2 or 3, depending on the circumstances. But what I tell them, I say, here's a business card, so next time you remember to call me, and I'm giving the extra one just in case one of your neighbors would like some wood, or if you've got a friend that would like some wood, or if you've got a co-worker or a relative, and let them know that I've got good wood and I'll deliver. That's how I say it. And I give them the cards, and people are very thankful. The other reason these are really nice to have is that when it comes time to getting paid, either when I do it right when I get there, I'll bring out a card and I'll hand it to them. And a lot of times, because I'm giving them something, they'll get out their money and give it to me. Or at the end of the exchange, I give them a card, and I give them these cards, and I'll say, here's a card, so you can call me for the next time you need wood, or if you got a friend or relative or a neighbor. And then they hand me the money. So I give them some paper, they give me some paper. So it works pretty good. I've got a bonus tip. Stay tuned. Bonus tip 11. Here's what you want to do. When you deliver your wood, bring more than they're paying for. That is called under-promising and over-delivering. So by under-promising, what that means is you're going to let them know that you're going to bring what they want, but you're always going to give them more. So I always deliver what they order. If it's a face cord or if it's a full cord, I bring that full cord. And what I've been doing lately a lot of times is I will grab one armful of something that they didn't order. it might be, say if they order oak, which is what this is, I might grab an armful of cherry. Or I might grab an armful or a bucket full of kindling that I have, and I just give it to them. Or I might bring a bunch of cookies and cut-offs and a lot of the odd pieces and just say, hey, I had some extra pieces laying around here that I thought I'd give you just for free here. And I always tell them it's for free. And I usually do that right away before I unload the wood, because I usually put it at the end of my trailer, at the end of the truck. So I always tell them, hey, I got some free stuff here for you. It's not regular sized or it's not what you ordered, but here's some stuff to try out. So always over deliver. Give them a little bit more than what they're paying for. It's called value. People like that. People really like free stuff. So that's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to me babble on about firewood and making money. Just something I like to do, and I think a lot of you do too. So I'll be back tomorrow doing some work in the wood yard. You should come back, it'll be fun. Between now and then, get outside, get cutting. If you like videos like these, poke the buttons, because I'll keep making them. I do a video every day, just for you. Good night, Irene.